What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Goshen's Games. Welcome back to another Sword Art Online Alicization Rising Steel video. Today's video, we're going to take a look at Eydis. We're going to look at her stats, look at her overall abilities, and see what kind of team she fits in and what characters are actually good to run with her. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new, all of that stuff. And before we actually get started talking about Eydis, here's a quick word from our sponsor. There is no sponsor. I just felt like doing this and being a troll. So let's get back to the video. Alright, so here we go. We're going to talk about Eydis because she's the newest character in the game. So first things first, I have her at level 80. I don't have her maxed out. I don't have her weapon either. And there's no specific armor for her. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove... I want to remove her armor. Can I remove the armor, please? Thank you. We're going to remove the armor, and we're going to remove the weapon that I have on her. So, her stats at level 80 are just kind of meh, to be honest with you. They're not, like, anything extraordinary. I mean, her attack stat is nice, and her magic attack is decent. I wish her magic attack was actually higher because, for a reason that I'm going to explain in a moment, her HP is a little bit on the low side. Like, she's not... average for me when I say HP for at level 80, average would be about 6,000. 6,300 is the most. I think Yu-Gi-Oh and Tortellini have the highest HP currently in the game. So 6,000 is like the middle ground. Anything under 6,000 is a little bit on the lower side. She is pretty damn squishy, and without having characters that provoke, that are like that you use on a regular basis, she's a little bit lackluster. Now, the good thing about her is she's rather fast. Okay, that's the good thing about her. If we go over here, I want to go to the scout and I want to take a look over here just to make sure that there's no discrepancies. Okay, her speed is sitting at 319, which is phenomenal. It's phenomenal because 319, I believe, outspeeds Leafa and Yuki. I believe. Let me see if the healer banner is still here. It is. Okay, so let's see really quick. I want to just double check here. Yep. So as of now, Eydis is the fastest character. Okay, so that is a good thing. That is a positive, because not only is she the fastest character, she actually has a decent attack stat and a decent magic attack stat. So it kind of makes up for the fact that she's squishy. So she has lower HP. Her defense and magic defense is on the low side, under 1,000, but she makes up for it by being the fastest character in the game now. Meaning that she is the fastest healer, she's the fastest magic attack user, she's the fastest attacking character. So, in all honesty, in PvP, she could actually replace Yuki if you guys are using Yuki, because Yuki is, or was, the fastest dark character to use, which is a good counter for Rani. A good counter for Rani, a good counter for Stacia Asana, because Stacia Asana is slower, sitting at 301 speed. Stacia Asana is one of the slower characters in the game. So, with all of that into consideration, she actually sits pretty well in PvP. Okay, having an AoE attack as her healing ability with Umbra Drain, which is a strong attack. Okay, so having her strong healing attack be an AoE attack is fantastic. Having her slash attack be extra strong allows you to basically one-shot Stacia Asana, one-shot Rani, or one-shot Mini Alice. So she is fantastic if you're going to use her in PvP. Now in PvE, she's a very good farmer because strong magic attack on all allies. A lot of enemies actually have a physical resistance. So right there, that's going to bump her up a little bit in PvE in things of Cathedral or just farming in general. And the fact that she adds a heal is fantastic. Now, in PvE, she also raises the incarnate break of a single ally by 2.25%. Or percent, by 2.25, I'm sorry. So basically, she can take, like, for example, if you have Kirito, she can actually buff Kirito up to be able to 100% break an incarnate attack. So, PvE-wise, she has her spots. Now, the downside about her is she's kind of like a jack-of-all-trades kind of character. And the reason why that's a downside is because she doesn't really excel in any one specific thing. Where she does have her healing, it's a small heal. So that kind of just puts it off a little bit. And she doesn't add any buffs for the party. Her buff is a single target buff to increase the break. So it's very similar to Ronnie, because Ronnie does the same thing. She increases the break of a character. And her slash attack is single target slash attack. Her incarnate attack as well is a single target incarnate attack. So that's why she doesn't really excel in any one specific area, which does hurt her a little bit. So where is it? Her incarnate attack right there. Incarnate slash attack against a single enemy. I wish it was an AoE attack. It would have been cool if maybe like she did that Kagebushin where she like goes into a bunch of shadow clones that we've seen her do, and use that to be able to attack multiple enemies. I think that would have been a fantastic thing, but maybe they're saving that for another Eydis down the road. You know what? I honestly think that they're doing that because these are hero collection games, and hero collection games typically release multiple heroes that are the same character. So that's what we have, stuff like that, and not sponsored. So that's the downside when it comes to Eydis, is that she's kind of a jack of all trades character. But that's not necessarily a bad thing because of the fact that she can fit multiple roles and be able to do well in all of those roles. So she can do well in DPS. She can do well in healing. As of right now, level 80, if you upgrade to level 2, the healing that I have on her, with a weapon, she's healing for about 3k per person. So it's not a bad heal. That's actually a good heal, but it's not the heals that Ronnie and Leafa can do sitting at 6k plus on a heal. Okay, so that's where we're coming into the situations where it's like, well, you know, she's lacking a little bit, but it's nice to have that little bit extra heal to do. Okay, so that's why I'm not downplaying her, but I'm just telling how it is. Now, as far as the team that she could fit into, obviously, she will be a great pairing for Kirito because they're both dark characters. The fact that she can increase the break of Kirito helps a lot. She works well on a team with Alice because they're both farming units. Again, she can increase the break of Alice. So, obviously, you're seeing a pattern here. You want to use her with characters that have break abilities. Another good unit to use her with. I'm not going to downplay this at all. Stacia Asuna is a fantastic pairing unit for Eydis. And the reason why is because Stacia Asuna does something that Eydis doesn't. Stacia Asuna, with her heal, yes, she has the same type of healing, a weak heal, but Stacia Asuna can raise the magic attack for all your party by 20%. I will be doing a full character analysis on Stacia Asuna in another video, but the reason why they work well together is because Eydis does magic attacks, okay? Eydis' heal isn't magic attacks, so using Asuna in conjunction with Eydis will allow Eydis to do more damage. So that's a good trade-off right there. The other thing that Asuna helps with is raising magic resistance of your characters. So because Eydis has lower stats, being able to raise the magic resistance of Eydis helps out tremendously. And of course, Asuna is a break character, or Stacia Asuna is a break character, so she works well there. Now, pairing her up with other healers is a good way to make up for the fact that Eydis doesn't have the strongest of heals. If you want to pair her up with Stacia Asuna, who also has a weak heal, that's fine, because then you're actually going to be using 2 heals per rotation of characters. You could also pair her up with Mini Alice, because Mini Alice does regen healing. So again, you're doing 2 weak heals per rotation of characters, and then every time a character attacks, they regen health. So that's some good pairing right there if you are lacking other healers such as Ronnie and Leafa. If you do have Ronnie and Leafa and you're running Eydis, you don't need to run Ronnie. And here's why. Ronnie is while she's not a slow character, she is kind of like redundant with Eydis. And the reason is because they both have the break yell. And while the break yell is fantastic, they do not stack. So typically when you're running a team that have break yells on it, you don't necessarily need to be running more than one break character. So in an instance like this, if I'm running Kirito, for example, I'm not going to be running Alice. I don't really need to. So I could actually essentially, let's say, run Tisei. So I could run Tisei in this team, and Tisei is a charge character. So now I have my charge. I have my break. So if I'm running Eydis, the better healer to run with her would actually be Leafa because of Leafa's charge plus attack, or not attack, charge plus enhancement. So now I can use Leafa to boost up the amount of charge that Tisei is doing, while Eydis is boosting up the amount of break that Kirito is doing. So that's why they actually work well together, and why you wouldn't want to run Ronnie if you're running Eydis. Now, as far as her weapon goes, I don't have her weapon. The closest thing I have is a dupe Yuki weapon, so I'm throwing that on her right now. And as far as armor goes, I'm just going to use the extra Alice armor that I have. So with that together, her stats do go up a little bit. I mean, more than a little bit, but her magic attack and her attack go up to 4,965 and then 4,652 respectively. Now, Yuki's sword is more of a attack-based sword, where if I had Eydis' sword, it would probably be a little bit better. Now, if we go into the skill tree for Eydis, right here, this one, right here, she is able to reduce the damage she receives versus light elementals by 30%, which is actually very, very good to be able to keep her alive. Because of the fact that she has lower stats, having this is really important. So make sure you farm out the books to be able to increase that. Now, her healing, okay, you want to be able to recover more health. So that's why it's good to partner her up with Kirito or even Yuki if you don't have Kirito, because she will increase the recovery amount when you're healing dark elemental characters by 20%. That is a big jump. Her incarnate attack gets increased. I mean, these things get unlocked with limit breaks. So obviously, if I have dupes of her, then I'll be able to increase her attack, magic attack, defense, and magic defense, and make her a little bit tankier. I can do that up to 4 times. And then right here, battle healing, again, that is a really important thing to keep her alive. The battle healing on 4 stars gets maxed out at 800 healing per turn. It's fantastic, honestly. And the rest of her stuff is actually just quite generic. You have your MP increase, so it increases MP by 15%. It's actually really important to do that. I need to farm out the book so I can do that. And then her sword skill gets maxed out, increases her stats by 50%. So overall, she's a decent unit. Is she necessary? No, but she does excel with her speed, and her crit rate is actually pretty high too. If we take comparison to like Alice at level 100, Alice's crit is standing at 984. So Eydis is going to have a much higher crit chance than Alice will. Looking at Yuki, Yuki has high crit chance as well. So like when you look at things like that, look at Kirito, 967 versus Eydis 987. So Eydis actually has a much higher crit rate than even Kirito does. So speed and crit rate is where Eydis shines. If you manage to get her sword, or if you manage to get Yuki's sword, and my beanie is all kind of weird right now, then put it on her. I think Kirito's sword would be a good option too, but I don't have Kirito's sword at all. But there you go, guys. That's my analysis on Eydis. I thank you guys so much for watching. I think I think the weapon actually increased her crit chance. No, it didn't. Oh, interesting. Because I know some weapons do increase the crit chance. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, let's back up here. Yeah. Alright, so that's my analysis on Eydis. I'd appreciate you guys watching. It means a lot. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new, all of that stuff. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, and I will be doing more character analysis on different characters. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay cool, guys. Not sponsored.